So your body in a comfortable position, and you can change at any time that you decide where you're at is not comfortable anymore. But with your body in what you decide is a comfortable position, we're going to start off here today. A little energetic cleaning. As I mentioned in the front lobby, the only type of cleaning I look forward to. Imaginary. So I want you to imagine a mop and a bucket. Imagine the energy, that swish back and forth, one side, other side. And just imagine the very, very base of your spine, the red of your root chakra, just slowly getting more and more red as this imaginary bucket and mop just lightly clean off any debris. And then imagine you're holding an orange sponge. And imagine just taking an orange sponge and gently scrubbing the inside of your hip bone, the outside of your hip bone. Imagine scrubbing into the bowl of your pelvis, scrubbing the lower back, the sacrum, the inside and the outside. Imagine scrubbing the front of your hip bone, the front of your pelvic bone, and all the way to the very base of your abdomen. And imagine a bucket of yellow water, not gross yellow, but like golden, beautiful, shimmery yellow water. And that bucket of water just dumped right over your abdomen, washing anything away, leaving this transparent, glowing gold like flake and shimmer. And imagine a tiny little green scrubbing toothbrush. Not you doing the physical work, just this little tiny toothbrush, almost like cleaning grout, cleaning in between each and every rib. And imagine the right side getting scrubbed, the ribs themselves, the outsides of the rib, the inside of the rib, and then the space in between. And then the neck. Then the neck. And then imagine the left side of your ribs, that tiny little green, little grout scrub brush scrubbing the inside of the ribs, the outside of the ribs, and getting into all those spaces in between. Imagine that little green brush coming right up into the collarbone space, scrubbing your collarbone, the top, the bottom, the exterior, the interior. And now imagine a little light blue feather duster. So light and airy. And lightly dusting off the throat space. The sides of the neck, all the way from your right shoulder muscle up to your right earlobe, just being dusted off. brushing off the back of the shoulder and the back of the neck, going side to side all the way up to where the skull meets the back of the neck. Then bringing that little light blue feather duster over to the left side. Just cleaning all the way from the shoulder muscle to the earlobe. And imagine a soft, dark blue dusting cloth. The kind that you lightly kind of wrap around your hand and just rub away the dust. And imagine polishing your skull. Not just the forehead and the top of the head and the back of the head. Imagine getting back in the jawline. The jaw and the chin. The cheeks. The nose, the space underneath your nose. Now imagine that same energetic cleaning, wiping, polishing on the inside of your skull. Old habits, thoughts, dust, debris, just getting wiped away, removed. The shiny surface to follow. Now imagine that moment when you walk into the space completely clean that you just put the effort into, and you see one little speck of dust left. The way you take a deep breath in, you purse your lips and you lightly blow the speck of dust out and away. And imagine that you could do that to the very top of your head, just lightly clearing away the crown, the same way you could blow a single dust little particle out and away from your view. Noticing if you missed any spots. If you need to go back to the mop and bucket, the sponge, the little green grout brush, the duster, the cloth, or just another speck or two of dust to be blown away. And now, no matter what position your body is in, I want you to begin to invite some sort of a twist. Your legs going somewhat to the right. No rush yet. I'm going to talk you there. But once your legs are to the right, gently turning your head to the left. So however you're positioned, start to bend your knees. With your knees bent, bring your bent knees to the right and then readjust them any which way that you want to. You could readjust where your arms are, keep them as they are, kind of readjust them throughout. But turn the head, your head coming to the left. And now I want you to focus on the spiraling energy that you just created from your tail to your crown. That same energy channel that we just cleaned, deep cleaned at that. Your legs slightly tilted to the right, anchoring the energy of your root slightly twisted, tilted to the right. The heart center anchoring down. And your head twisting to the neck, bringing that energy through the throat, the third eye, and the crown, opposite that the lower chakras are twisting in. Can you feel that energy? Little corkscrew action happening. Take your time to come back to center. Feel free to stay in center as long as you'd like and then readjust. Start to build the twist in the other way, the other direction, your legs anchoring the energy of your root over to the left, the heart centered to the earth, so that you can then start to spiral the energy over to the right through the throat, the third eye, and the crown. Start to come back to center. Any shifting, any moving that calls to you. Bringing the soles of your feet together when you're ready. And opening your bent knees up wide to the sides. It can be on the wall, on the floor, however you would like to do it. Maybe propped or supported by your hands, blocked. Maybe lightly influenced with pressure from your hands or props. On an inhale, lightly clench the right buttock, the right inner thigh, the right side of the groin, and then exhale, release. And as you've guessed, now the left. Breathe in. Release. Breathe out. The right. Breathe in. Release and engage the left. Breathe out. The right side on the inhale. The left side on the exhale. Keep the left side engaged. Breathe in. Release. Engage the right side. Breathe out. We just switched the direction. Do it again. Left. Inhale. Right. Hold on the right. Breathe in. And release. Use your hands to start to bring your legs back towards one another. And then roll completely over to whatever side feels the easiest to press yourself up to seated from. Coming into a wide-legged child's pose. Big toes towards each other, knees out wide. Start to bring your hands forward and your head down. You could be on forearms. You could have a bolster in between the legs that you lean the ribs on. Maybe your bolster is stacked up on blocks to bring it even higher. If you're able to extend and lower all the way down, you can go there. However, if it's very easy for you to extend and go all the way down, be aware that there can be too much down. You don't want to compromise the neck. This starts to feel like your neck is overarching. It's time to turn your head to one side. Regulate your breath. Not trying to empty the mind simply by saying, okay, mind, be empty. But giving your mind, which is a machine meant to be active, an active task. Feel the sensation in the body and focus on it without trying to change it. Almost like being at a museum. You don't have to like what you're feeling. You don't have to like the artwork you're looking at. But it's beauty in its own right, and you don't need to change it. It doesn't need to be altered to suit every moment and every taste. How beautiful it is that you can even feel your body. What a gift, what a blessing it is to have your body. If your head is turned, turn your head to the other side. If you want to reposition the stack of your hands where they are, maybe you want to try your palms up. Yeah, maybe you've been on a bolster using blocks and you're ready to explore what it feels like without it. Whatever you need here, whatever works for you, whatever calls to you. You're not trying to shut down and be empty. You're trying to be aware without judgment or the need for control. Start to pull yourself up towards a tabletop. Readjust your knees so they're right under your hips, hands underneath your shoulders. For a threaded needle, reach your right arm underneath your left arm and try and bring the outside of the right hand, arm, and shoulder down. Maybe your right ear. And if you want to come down onto a block, you can do that. If you'd like your left hand tucked behind your back, do that. If you want to reach it all the way forward, do that. Or just have the hand somewhere for support. And don't overthink it. Start to create this shape on the other side and then let it be a brand new experience. While visually it may be similar, each breath is a breath you've never taken before. Don't wander off your mind, but rather experience those beautiful new breaths. And start to make your way back to tabletop. For cat and cow, bring your chin to your chest, tuck your tailbone under, maybe hold there for a little, wag your tail, shift your shoulders, and slide into an arch in your back, exaggerating the arch of the neck by lifting your chin, exaggerating the arch in the lower back by lifting the tail, and then back into the round. And just shift between the round and arch, or linger wherever you're being called to. If your wrists would like you to reposition your hands as you do this, you can get a great little wrist activation at the same time as you articulate your spine here, these spinal waves. And start to tuck your toes under. Lift your knees up off of the floor and walk your hands all the way back towards your feet. If you can, try and lean your butt up against the wall and step your feet a little bit forward so you're extra supported in a forward fold. Arms dangle heavy to gravity, or hold your elbows. Legs as close or as wide apart as just feels the most stable for you. Using the support of the wall, using the pull of gravity to help open up the side body, the arms, the lower back, and the backs of the legs. And start to walk yourself all the way back forward as effortlessly as possible. Lower flat down onto your mat and slide your right leg right up the side of your mat for half frog. If you want to place a block, a blanket, a bolster under your leg, either to make it softer or to slightly lift it up away from the floor, you can do that. Use your arms to create some sort of a pillow and readjust your head however your head says, yeah, that's where I should go. And if your head isn't saying that yet, try a couple places. First option, ignore me. Second option, bend your left leg, the leg that's long on the mat, and just find any sort of movement, toes, ankle, from the knee or the hip. And bring the left leg down if it's lifted. Start to extend your left arm straight over to the left with your palm down. So you're reaching straight sideways. Turn your head over to the left. Turn your head back over to the right. And start to lift your right foot. Bring it towards the back of your mat and then bend your knee again and step your right foot behind you off of the left side of your mat. So you roll over onto your left side, pressing the left shoulder into the earth. Yeah, you got it. Broken angel's wing or a scorpion step back. Maybe you roll a little more to the outside of the right foot. The inner thigh lifting just a little more towards the ceiling. And then roll back down flat to the front side of your body and invite the left leg up the side of your mat. Take your time to position and feel out half frog on the other side. Again, there may be many visual and even physical characteristics that seem like this is a mirror image, but let it be brand new. The breath that you're about to take right now, you've never taken that breath in before. Give it your focus, your awareness. Same focus and awareness to the neck and the neck, and each breath to follow. Maybe lifting the right leg, the foot that is, bending the right knee to sway the right leg wherever it may want to go. If the right leg is chosen to sway, bring it back down. Start to extend your right arm over to the right. Gently lift your head, turn it towards the right. Then lift the head, turn it towards the left. Start to send the left foot towards the back of the mat. Once the leg is back, bend the knee again and step your left foot behind you off of the right side of your mat so you roll to the outer edge of the right side of your body, pressing the right arm and shoulder towards the floor. Scorpion, step back, the palm flat, sometimes called our broken angel's wing. And you can add as much or as little of the hip opening as you want. Do you want to try to lift the inner thigh a little higher by rocking to the outside of the right foot? That's your left foot, the outside of your left foot. And start to roll back flat down onto the front side of your body for one big back bend of a sort. Maybe forearms down, hands down. You can keep your hips down, or if you're really feeling spunky, you can lift them up. But rather than trying to pull your shoulder blades back and pressing pressure into your lower back, I want you to grip with your fingers and try and bring your rib cage forward. Try to create as much space between your ribs and your hips as you can, creating space in between the bones of your lower back. Maybe try to pinch the shoulder blades a little tighter together. The upper back getting closer as the lower back gets wider, more expansive. Take one more big breath in and lower all the way down. Shimmy your whole body over the left side of your mat. Reach your right arm out in front of you and roll over onto your back. So you shimmy over first so that when you roll, you have enough mat behind you to roll over onto. If you would like to slide yourself to be closer to the wall and return to legs up the wall, or reposition your Shavasana in any particular way, use props or remove them, do whatever feels right for you. Take a slow breath in through your nose. Open your mouth, gently sigh. Again, slow. Release. One more. Shift your head to one side. And then back over to the other. Wiggle your fingers and your toes, and then bend one knee, the other, and give your legs a hug towards your chest. A slight rock from side to side, just bringing in gentle, organic movement. And roll all the way over to your right side. Your eyes closed. Gently press yourself up to seated. Both hands stacked over your heart center. In your mind, think of 3 things about this day that you are thankful for. And give yourself 3 compliments. Bring your bottom hand to become the top hand. Repeat in your head after me, as if you were speaking out loud to the whole room. Together we are changing the world. We are all raising the vibration. I believe in you.